Hello everyone, I am Aparna Kati from class 9th of Great Mission Public School. Today I am going to uncover the stories of our unsung tribal heroes and their vital role in shaping India's freedom struggle. Moving to some of the major causes behind their heroic uprising, revolts and rebellions. Tribal land encroachments and displacement by the British authorities, economic exploitation, cultural oppression, political subjugation, disruption of their traditional lifestyle, lack of representation, and social injustice. There were namely three phases of tribal uprising: phase 1, 2, and 3. Some of the notable uprisings of phase 1 are Cole's uprising, led by Buddhu Bhagat, who was skilled in guerrilla warfare tactics. He raised a capable army, they defeated the British in the war, and freed the captive forest dwellers. However, they were later defeated by the British. And one of the major outcomes of this uprising was Chota Nagpur Tenancy Act of 1908. Next is Santhal Rebellion, commanded by Sindhu and Kanhu Murmu. Pond Uprising. It was a series of rebellions against British rule in India. Next is Munda Uprising. It was a series of revolts against British rule and moneylenders that took place in the Chota Nagpur Plateau region of India. Continued resistance and organized revolts resulted in phase 2, which lasted from 1860 to 1920. Some of the notable uprisings of this phase were Koya Rebellion, which had multiple phases. The another major uprising during this period was the Munda Uprising, which was led by Birsa Munda, also called Munda ul Gulen. Birsa Munda asked people to stop paying rents and taxes, moreover, also became a religious leader of his people. Mass movements and nationalist involvement resulted in phase 3. Some of the notable uprisings of this phase were Chenju Uprising from 1920 to 1930s. Tribals of Nallamela Hill, led by K. Hanumathu, revolted against the British forest laws. Rampa Rebellion, led by Alluri Sitarama Raju, against the moneylenders and forest laws. The intermediate spark came when Talistar was trying to construct a forest road with unpaid labor. Moving to Tana Bhagat movement, also known as Oraon movement, led by Jatra Bhagat and Turiya Bhagat. Proceeding to some of the major key contributions made by our tribal community. Armed resistance against British colonial rule, leadership and mobilization of tribal communities, social reform and cultural revival, collaboration with nationalist movements, preservation of traditional practices, strategic alliances with other anti-colonial groups, guerrilla warfare tactics. Guerrilla warfare tactics focus on avoiding head-on confrontations with enemy armies, typically due to inferior arms or forces. Continuing on to the legacy. Legacy basically means a long-term impact which can be seen on future generations. Inspiration for future social and political movements, environmental stewardship and conservation, recognition of tribal rights in Indian Constitution. That is, in the Article 15A, 29, 46, 244, 275, 330, 332 and 342. Contribution to India's diverse cultural heritage and assertion of tribal identity and dignity. Advancing on to the reasons behind the decline of tribal revolts and why they were suppressed by the Britishers. That were lack of unity, outdated weapons as they used bows, arrows, hatchets and axes. Next, lack of leadership, some different issues as tribal issues were different from the mainstream population, making it challenging to unite against the British, and forest policies. The Indian Act of 1865, which gave the British government power to declare any land covered with trees as government forest, the authority to control it and rules to manage it. This gave the government undisputable power to regulate the forest and its pastures. Following to tribal land displacement, they displaced tribal from their original land, changes to tribal chiefs' powers and unfair working conditions. Followed by my question, how can we get inspired from this? First, we can learn their courage and resilience. It is the ability to adapt and recover from different experiences. Next is to live in unity, to have unity among ourselves. Moreover, leadership, empowerment, and environmental stewardship abilities. Environmental stewardship refers to the responsible use and protection of natural environment. The reason we are able to get inspired from them is education. So we must be educated and spread awareness to develop ourselves as well as others. And last but not the least is cultural exchange and understanding. We must understand each other's culture and never show inferiority to anyone else, and adopt anyone's culture in our way if we like it. Now, moving ahead to a famous slogan of Birsa Munda, Abua Raj Ete Jana, Maharani Raj Tundu Jana, which translates to let the Queen's kingdom end and our kingdom be established. Next, there is a quote by the same leader. We are the sons of soil and we will not let British take away our land. Which means soil is our mother and we will not let British or anyone else take our mother. And by this, thanking you all and ending up this session. Thank you.